Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a different video. I have a special guest with me.
Guest appearance.
Yeah. This is one of my really good friends, April.
Hi.
She actually owns her own, or has her own YouTube channel. So if you want to talk
I do, yes.
Yeah.
It's called the Rosy Tarot. I'm a tarot card reader, so if you're looking for some love advice, all of my readings are about love.
It's a hot topic, huh?
Hot topic,
yeah.
Especially if you're kind of heartbroken.
Yeah.
It's typically what I do my readings about, so yeah, check it out.
Yeah, awesome. Today we're just basically going to be getting ready, keeping it with my makeup vibe I have going on, but we want to incorporate some of April's channel, so we're going to be talking about Zodiac signs, astrology, what my sign is, what her sign is, how we notice that as far as like day to day. And then we'll just see where it goes. We're really just going to be putting makeup on. And
just disclaimer, I am not a beauty expert. I am a little embarrassed about my techniques, which are not really good, probably.
That's okay.
So.
Second disclaimer, I look like a hot mess. But that's okay.
Yeah, and I feel like you just can't see a whole lot of me here because I am a lot shorter than Brittany.
That chair goes up higher.
Oh, it does. Oh. Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess we'll get started.
All right.
Okay. What do you want? Do you need anything?
I'll need a primer, yes.
Okay, use this one. This is the NYX Angel Veil.
I'm getting the hookup today.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Cover FX Gripping Primer. And then, do you want to talk about what sign you are?
Sure.
Okay, you go first.
So I am a Gemini. That is my sun sign. And I would say I am a pretty cookie cutter Gemini.
Yeah, I would say the same.
So yeah, I'm usually known to be a pretty good communicator, which is a hallmark trait of Gemini. I'm definitely pretty energetic, super ADD, ADHD, another hallmark trait of Gemini. I rather sleep like 2 to 3 hours a night or like 12 hours. There's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, 0 to 100.
Yeah, I would say you're definitely a Gemini.
Yeah. I
didn't know a lot about Zodiac and like astrology stuff until probably meeting you, I would say, honestly.
Yeah.
But I just think it's really interesting. But I'm a Taurus, so...
And she's a Taurus.
Everybody says that about me, but I feel like sometimes I have a hard time, like, identifying with it. Just because... Taurus is like very stubborn and like strong-headed, and I feel like I like to think that I'm not, but I feel like when it really comes down to it, I feel like when it comes down to it, I can be, but I don't know. I feel like I'm like a go with the flow kind of person.
You are, but you have some watery elements.
Yeah, that's true. My chart.
To your natal chart.
Yeah, which
makes a big difference.
Yes. If anybody out there, has looked into a zodiac signs and you don't believe into it because you've only looked at your
sun sign, which is when you're born.
Right. You need to look up what your birth chart is because I feel like it explains a lot.
Basically, it explains like the planetary placements based on other things besides just, not just the sun, so it'll be the moon, and there's something called your rising sign or ascendant.
Yeah.
And then all the other planets. So Mars, Venus, Pluto, etc.
Yeah.
So in each of those, based on the planetary placement at your time of birth, and based on the location of your birth.
Yeah. Which when I looked at mine, I was like, okay, this makes more sense now.
Yeah.
When I looked at mine.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm very, like we've talked about this before, I feel almost Cancer.
Oh yeah.
More like a Cancer than anything.
She's very, like, she's an empath.
Yeah.
Big
To
time.
the point where, like, it harms myself.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But I have a lot of Cancer in my birth chart, so that explains that.
She does, yes.
But yeah, so Taurus is typically, like, really stubborn. They're usually one extreme or the other. They're usually either very hardworking or they're very lazy. Which
yeah.
I completely identify with that.
And really hardworking, I think, at the stuff like all about the money, the dollars.
Very monetary driven.
Yes.
Material things are very important to them.
Yes.
They like having nice things.
It's an earth sign, and yeah, Taurus
maybe we should talk about
Yeah, sure.
The different signs, which you know more about this part than I do.
Yeah, so basically, depending on what your, your sun sign is, there's different elements that are associated with it. So, like Gemini, for example, is considered an air sign. Taurus is an earth sign. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are earth signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are air signs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are water signs. Okay. And then there's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, which are fire signs.
Okay.
So,
see, I need to, like, sit down and, like, go into this more. I think the coolest thing about, like, what I've noticed as far as zodiacs, do you need a mirror?
Oh, no, I'm literally using
mine.
Yeah.
I think as far as, like, zodiac signs go, I think it's so interesting learning about them and seeing, like, aspects of it in yourself that maybe, like, before you just didn't realize.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also, like, finding out what signs other people are, and then, like, it
helps you understand them better, you know. Yeah. It's, if you're familiar with the 5 love languages, it's the same type of concept. So, you know, if you know the love language of someone that you care about, you understand them better.
Yep.
It's the same thing. This is the same type of tool.
Yeah.
You know, I would say.
Which, like, I guess, like, going into how we recognize it in our lives. Okay, so I'm a Taurus, like, completely a Taurus as far as my sun sign goes. My husband is a Aries,
Taurus, Cusper.
Yeah. So basically, his birthday, if I'm correct me if
you're
right. His birthday lines up right in the middle, so he he's basically like half Aries, half Taurus.
Exactly.
Which
makes so much more sense if you knew him, okay?
Yes. Like,
because he seems like he really kind of, you know, sometimes shouldn't be a Taurus, but
he's very, like, passionate about the things that he believes in.
Yes.
If he has an opinion on something,
he has an opinion about it.
He will do whatever it takes to sway your opinion, or he just is very firm in his belief.
And he's really passionate when sharing that opinion. He definitely has a voice.
And I feel like I'm more the stubborn. Like, I use this example all the time, but we were actually driving home from a vacation or whatever, and I was driving, and whoever drives gets control of the radio. So I was listening to this podcast, and they started talking about a little bit of a more touchy subject on it, and I'm the kind of person who just wants to listen to what's being told. My husband's the kind of person who will listen, but then he likes to give his opinion to everyone that's around him on whatever it is that he's listening to or watching on TV or reading or whatever. So it just got to the point where I was like, you need to shut up, because all I want to do is just listen to this podcast. And he just kept going and telling me about his opinion on it, so I just turned the whole thing
Brittany
off.
Didn't care about that.
I didn't care. I was like, screw this.
So you just shut it off.
I just shut it off. But it's just funny because both of those people you would call stubborn, but in just completely different ways.
Absolutely.
It's hilarious, I think.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And you see that often.
Yeah.
Very often. You know, earth and air signs are usually, like, very different people.
Yeah.
Very different people.
It's funny that you can be a cusp of it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's fire. All elements are different, but what I was going to say, depending on your natal chart, though, like with earth and air, for example, I am a Capricorn rising, and I have I think I have 3 other placements that are in Capricorn on my natal chart. So I do have like a significant amount of earth in my chart. And I tend to get along very well with earth signs.
Yeah, I would say
even though, you know, you wouldn't think that just based on my sun sign. That's what I'm getting at. So especially like in the love department, if you've gone on one of those websites and like typed in your person's birthday and your birthday, and then it tells you you're like 2% compatible, and you're like, shit. So yeah, you may need to really compare the natal chart and not just your sun signs, because that really doesn't tell the whole story.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I would say the majority of people, even like Matt, my husband, when I first told him about like the Zodiac thing or whatever, because he's not.
Oh, I used to think it was. I used to really not be a believer in it, or of like tarot or anything like that.
And like, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if I put a lot of faith into it still. I think all of it's very interesting, and I think it's cool to learn about, but I don't know, like, I'm not going to be the kind of person who will, like...
Make a decision based on that?
Be like, oh, or, like, the people who, like, you see, have you ever seen those memes on the internet where people are like, it's not because you're a Cancer, Karen, you're just a jerk.
Yeah, you should never use any of the information that you find as an excuse for not being your best self.
Right, yeah.
I think it's just a tool, like I said, to kind of...
And then I also saw this thing online too, where like there can be a Taurus who is like an immature Taurus, I think is what they call it, where someone isn't developed in their, I guess, with themselves or with their sign. So, like, an immature Taurus is very, like, lazy.
And has no motivation.
Right, no motivation.
Very, like, just wants to, like a couch potato, you know?
Right, the only time they're motivated is if there's something in it for them.
Yep.
Where I feel like a more, like, matured Taurus, like... is more so just wants the best life for themselves.
So, just like Geminis are known for being very flighty, and not reliable, and whatever, petty, catty, just not of substance. Okay. So, I mean, it's the same thing, there's good and bad, there's good and bad. You just have a predisposition to some of those things. I think more so depending on your sign.
Yeah.
I need some concealer.
Oh, here. This is what I just used. Okay. That's fine. Maybe not the same.
Let's be real. Yeah, we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Oh, sanitaries. Are you just?
Yeah. It's probably not.
It doesn't. I'm okay with the Brittany cooties.
Okay. I'm trying to think of I feel like I'm grasping at straws to kind of find stuff to come up to talk about, because I feel like this is kind of more your area.
I mean, what do you want to know?
I don't know.
Did you prepare some interview questions for me? I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. No. I'm teasing. So we can talk about the full moon that is tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm really big on the moon energies, as Brittany knows. I go on and on about it. I'm sure she's like, April, I really don't care.
Listen, the thing about any topic like this is I feel like there's so much to it that sometimes it becomes so overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like I said, I'm just not. I don't put a lot of faith into it.
Yeah.
So
now I will tell you that the moon energies are something I actually do really I really subscribe to and believe in, just because out of personal experience, that I've had with it.
Yeah.
But that being said, every month, obviously, there's a new moon and a full moon.
Okay.
So,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So usually the new moon is at the beginning of the month. So usually it's the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, something like that, around that time.
Yeah.
And then mid-month is when the full moon will happen.
Hmm.
Yeah. So as far as the new moon, that is going to be impacted by whatever current sign is it's your birthday time, right?
Okay, so if a new moon came
so the Cancer new moon was at the beginning of this month.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the Taurus was during that time, when the sun transitioned.
Okay.
Now the full moon though is not. It's going to be a different sign. So tomorrow there's actually going to be a full moon in Capricorn.
Okay.
So Capricorns are all about work. They're super hard workers. They're super organized. I mean, they're kind of
that makes sense. You have a lot in your chart, because I feel like you're very...
Thank you. But yeah, and I think it makes sense to me too. It made more sense to me when I didn't know about it, and I'm like, I recognize things about myself that I am really career focused, work focused, and driven, and that's not a Gemini trait.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it makes sense that I do have a lot of, of Capricorn in there, but basically it's a great time. The energies that are here or will be here tomorrow really support being focused, getting things done, being very productive. Mm-hmm. So if you are wanting to start a new business or, something like that, just getting shit done, you have a huge to-do list that you have been putting off and not tackling.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great time to really try to get it done. I'm already kind of feeling it, I feel like I'm in a really productive mode, which I love.
I'm not. It's my Taurus. It's with that lazy side.
Oh my gosh. Well, and the other thing is, you know, and again, I used to really think a lot of this was, you know, not for me. Okay. Yeah. It was a little out there for me. Side note, like Geminis are an air sign. Air signs are very logical. They're very, it's all, you know, mental energy.
Yeah.
Definitely someone that like wants to understand things and doesn't really take
wants to know how things work.
Yes.
Like that.
Doesn't really want to take like an emotional approach to something really.
I only sent you that look because it makes sense. No thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, naturally, and I also don't, my main 3 placements are Gemini, Libra, and Capricorn. So, you know, 2 air signs and a earth sign, no water. So, not always the best with feelings. Yeah. That's what that means. You got what is your moon is in Cancer? No,
I think
your rising is.
I think the main 4 planets like
are all Taurus,
and then my I think it's like my rising is Cancer.
No, that's a main 3 placement.
Oh,
it's Sun, Moon, Rising.
Okay, so my Sun and Moon are in Taurus, and I think my rising is Cancer.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just more, just more emotional.
Yeah,
operates from a more emotional place. So
I don't.
Not that I'm unfeeling or an ice queen or anything.
I wouldn't say that. I think you're just good at, like, I think the only time, you're either, you're either super emotional, at a good, like, I feel like you're either one extreme or the other, which I feel like I kind of am too. I feel like I'm either, like, so logical, and it's not that I'm not emotional, but I feel like I can be so logical and, like, solid that my emotions, like, don't bother me, or I'm, like, a freaking mess.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because like my Taurus and then I have the Cancer rising. Like I feel like there's certain things that makes me.
Well, my Mars and Venus signs are both Cancer. So, and typically, your Venus is really how you handle like romantic relationships.
And your Cancer's in?
Yes. Hot Mess Express. But
I wish I would have pulled out my chart before we did this because I can't remember what mine is exactly.
Yeah, I'm a little too familiar with mine. But yeah, it does. It really makes a big difference though, for sure.
Yeah.
And as far as the full moon and new moons are concerned, if they are in a planet that is a big placement for you, it usually has a greater impact on you. Okay. So like my rising being Capricorn,
you'll experience it more.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just another piece.
I have Capricorn in something, but I can't remember.
I feel like you have a good bit of earth in your chart.
Yeah, I think I do too. Cancer's what? Water? Yeah, okay.
Water.
I think a lot of my chart is earth and water.
Yeah. So, fun fact, I don't have any fire in my chart.
We've talked about this before.
It's weird.
That's the most bizarre thing.
It is.
Because if there's like if there's a word I could probably use to describe April, it would be fiery. She's just like, I don't know. You just always have energy. You're always but I do have a lot of Gemini placements in my chart, and Gemini is also has a lot of those traits, and I don't know. I identify with the Queen of Wands. That's a tarot card. It's the Fire Queen. Okay. In the suit. So that's the queen. I'm like, that's me. Yeah. But I have no fire placements. So just, take it as it resonates. Make it work for you. Yeah. And I agree. Even though I read tarot, I'm a believer in trusting your own intuition. I feel like things like tarot and astrology are tools to help you better understand what's going on. Yeah. However, I don't believe you should ever give your own personal power to any of it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to. I feel like it's a really great way to develop your intuition, though. Yeah, is to utilize these types of tools. And I feel like with stuff like that, like you've done readings on me before, and I feel like I said, not that I put like faith into it or anything, but I feel like it's just a way for, it's almost like when you hear someone else say something and it like clicks.
It's to confirm what you already know. Yeah, that's what it is.
Right. And maybe it's like something you didn't want to admit to yourself.
Typically
or maybe
is.
It's something that you just don't go, which I guess is kind of the same, but you just don't go deep enough to try and realize it.
And sometimes it's a really good thing that you're really like suppressing.
Yeah.
Or it can be the opposite.
Right.
You know, something that you're really having a hard time admitting to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, again, I feel like I've always been super into like, you know, self-development. Mm-hmm. Brittany will tell you. Yeah. I'm all because we've worked we've worked together before professionally, and I've always been really into that like professional development stuff.
Yeah.
You know, really taking time and trying to be very it's and making sure you're always growing. Mm-hmm. Yay. Brittany just loved that. Those fun conversations.
Yeah. It's not that I don't want to self-develop. I look crazy because whatever. It's not that I don't want to self-develop. It's so much work. And that's the laziness coming out. I think I'm like one spectrum. Oh, my eye is watering so bad. I'm like the kind of person who I'm either gonna be in my PJs all day, which is kind of how the day has gone, and I'm not gonna move, and I'm gonna watch TV, and I'm gonna eat chips on the couch, and just not move for the whole day.
Watch back to back beauty YouTube vids.
Yep. I have one paused on the TV right now.
Yep.
Or I'm the kind of person who I literally will wake up at like 6 a.m.
and won't stop cleaning and cleans everything until you can eat off of the floor.
Yeah. There's no in between. And it's not even just like...
More often than not, though, she's option B, I feel like.
Yeah, I'd say. I think, like, obviously there's a lot of factors that go into who you are as a person, because I think a lot of that also is how I was raised. Yeah. But I still think, like, you have to look up your birth chart and read it, because I did mine, and I swear to God, it made me catch my breath, because it literally went into detail about what this person could experience as far as their childhood goes, and mine was so spot on, it like scared me.
Yeah, it's actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
And how accurate it is. Let me give you a comparison. So I'm sure you're familiar with like assessments like the Myers-Briggs type indicator.
Yeah.
If you've ever taken that.
What is that exactly? Is that the one where you're like
it's the letters. It's like mine's ENFP. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
I need to do that apparently.
It's fabulous. I'm a big fan. Or like the Strengths Finder assessment, where it gives you your top 5 strengths, things like that.
Oh. And
you read through it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so accurate.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of those types of tools. And so, you know, I really was able to get more into this stuff, like once I did do my natal chart and look at it more like that type of tool. Yeah. You know, like a tool like Myers-Briggs or like Strengths Finder.
I think if you're not one of those people who can get into the like, not like mythological,
if you don't like to self-discover, if you don't like to self-discover things about yourself, you're probably not going to like this.
Right. Or if you're just one of those people who like, you think it's all BS and like the planets don't go in one place because that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you just use it as a way to like improve yourself, or even to understand other people better.
And better understand yourself.
Yeah. I think that has helped me a lot as far, so in my family, there's a lot, like what's Scorpio and Sagittarius? Fire?
Scorpio is a water sign and Sagittarius is a fire sign.
Okay. So, reading up on what makes a Scorpio and a Sagittarius, because I have a lot of that in my family, makes it easier to understand. Because I feel like my family, a lot of them are very almost like, not that I'm talking bad on them, because they know.
She's like loves her family hardcore, which is a
Taurus
Taurus thing. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Do anything
she is
them.
loyal. Yes. Loyal is the correct word. Now, but if you do her wrong too many times, she's done.
Yes.
That's another Taurus thing.
But I have a lot of Scorpio and Sagittarius in my family, and I feel like they're like, they have tempers. They can be a little bit, not manipulative, but like revengey. And I think
holds on to a grudge.
Yes, and I think a lot of that is Scorpio and Sagittarius, where it takes a lot to piss me off and for me to cut you off. So I don't think in that aspect, I'm not like a Scorpio and a Sagittarius, but when I do, I'm very much like done. Yeah. But it just helped. Or like my sister, she's a Libra. Libras typically, sorry if you're watching this, are very indecisive. They have a very hard time.
I'm a Libra moon and I'm a Gemini sun. Yeah. The two most indecisive signs.
Yes.
In the Zodiac.
Have the hardest time deciding on something.
It's the worst.
And I know, I can see it. I can see it. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're a Libra.
Yeah. No, it's rough. It's rough.
I can imagine. Because it probably honestly is one of those things like, let's just for a second, like, have full faith in that. I can imagine if you like completely encompass a Libra, it's almost like or even a Libra and a Gemini, duo, whatever. It's probably almost like a battle within yourself.
Oh, it's overwhelming. And Geminis, it's the twins.
Yeah.
It's... Do
you ever feel like you have two people?
I 100% do. Yeah. Every single day.
There are people that are Gemini.
Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. It's really rough when you have a lot of energy, and that's why a lot of Geminis are ADD or ADHD. Yeah. Your mind is just always moving.
You know what would be really interesting?
What?
To find out how many people that have multiple personality disorder are Geminis.
That would be. I wonder if there's been a study done on it.
How much plays into it.
Well, yeah, because you could tell someone, well, it's a little scary, but it's kind of like getting those little tests, like, what are they? Like, why can't I think of it? Oh, like 23andMe, those types of things that tell you what you have a predisposition for.
Yeah.
Only this would start at birth. Like the second your child is born, you can pull their natal chart and you would be able to see what predisposition, what they have
geniuses.
We kind of are. Nobody steal our business idea because we're gonna.
Let's trademark that.
Yeah, guys, I'm already gonna get the copyright on this, so don't even try.
Copyright. That's the word I was looking for. That's actually a really good idea.
It actually is. People would buy that.
Yeah.
I would buy it because I see how many.
They're so like, oh my gosh. I don't know if it's just because it's like the cool thing right now, but so many people are into astrology. Like there's
just new age concepts. There's been a revival. It's a revival of new age.
Yeah. There's like astrologers. Like there's people that make it a career.
Oh, absolutely. I make a full living reading tarot.
Yeah.
And I do it 100% through the internet on YouTube.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
It's really neat.
You're like a boss lady.
It's my Capricorn. Thank God for my Capricorn placement. Woo. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. And
this video is going to be like 40 minutes.
I'm going to keep it real with you guys. It's very overwhelming. Do
you have to like absorb other people's energies?
I feel like I do a really, really good job of being able to tap into someone's energy without letting it.
Do you want an eyeshadow?
Oh, yeah, I don't have any eyeshadow with me.
Here, use this one. We're also using the ColourPop Zodiac collection. So this is the palette.
Which is so fitting. Look how cute this is.
I love it. And then we have all of the pigments, which, at this point where this is going, I might not be using one. I just packed with bright pink all over my eyes.
I don't even know what to do. What do I do? I'm not good with makeup. I'm okay with it, but
take this brush.
I feel under pressure right now.
Take this brush and put that on it and swipe it through your crease.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot from watching all of Brittany's videos. I guess
I try to be, guys. I really just want my videos to be helpful.
And
I truly
And I literally feel like I'm hanging out with Brittany, so I put her vids on and then do my hair and makeup, and it's really fun.
So, okay, this is completely off topic that we've been talking about, but whatever. Whatever, we can do whatever. Do you ever feel like I feel this video right now, I'm more myself than I am in my videos by myself?
Yeah, because you just have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, it's so, every time that, so I follow a lot of YouTubers, it's pretty much all that I watch, other than, the occasional show on Netflix.
Yeah.
And people all the time are always saying, no one understands how hard it is to do this.
Oh, it definitely, it is hard. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to achieve, really being your authentic self when you're literally talking to a camera and not a real person.
Yeah, I was the jerk when people would say that. I would be like, whatever. You sit at home, you're on a camera and you just record videos. I was like, it's not that hard. Doing this now. Like,
you understand.
to, like, do it myself. I'm like, oh my gosh.
The struggle is real. Listen, putting things on YouTube, like, I have respect for anybody that is willing to put themselves out there, put themselves out on the internet, open themselves up to comments from the general public. As long as you're doing something that you're passionate about, or you're trying to add value, you know, in the content that you're creating. That being said, you know,
it's hard to, like.
Have you never heard that quote, you know?
What?
Like, I'm going to butcher it. I know I'm going to butcher it. I don't know it word for word. But basically, like, don't criticize unless you're in the arena with me.
Yeah, you know, I tried.
Yeah, but I mean, but legit, like, don't criticize me. Like, when people say things about my tarot readings, like, they're trying to tell me how to run my videos or run my channel.
Yeah, that would make me mad. That
you know, why don't you come over here and do it? You know,
that would make me just as mad if someone was like, "You put eyeshadow on weird."
Yeah, and it's like, is somebody holding a gun to your head and forcing you to watch this right now? Like, that is really, it kind of makes me laugh at this point.
Your channel,
you know,
you have like grown like a lot. Like, guys, I have 4 subscribers right now.
And I'm
all 4 of them. I think one of them is April. One of them is my husband. The other one's probably my sister. I got a new subscriber today, so shout out to you. I saw the notification come through.
Woo!
You're amazing.
You are amazing.
April has like
13,000 subscribers.
13,000 subscribers. So I can't imagine. I feel like I feel like pressured all the time.
You shouldn't.
You don't feel that way?
Pressure?
Like, do you feel like pressure to like always have a video up, or like?
I feel more and more comfortable with it. To be honest with you, I feel less pressure the longer that it's been going on. Yeah. Okay. And here's why. Like, I feel like at first I just wasn't sure. Like, am I offering something of value?
Yeah.
Like, is anybody really gonna like this? Yeah. But the more people, it's been very validating for me that the messages that I'm providing are resonating with so many different people. Yeah. And so then at that point, I'm like, great. Right. And it was kind of like a sign that, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love that.
It has been a blessing.
I love when those like things just like click in place and you're just like, okay, this is like.
And it feels right.
This is where I'm supposed to be. I just dropped that brush.
Here, I got it maybe. Hold on. Oh God. Oh God. What's happened? Oh my God. What's happening? Here.
You're fine.
We had an accident, guys, with the chair. It was my big butt really knocking it over is really what happened.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
it's great. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, it is. It's super great whenever you're doing something that you're good at and you're supposed to be doing. You're where you're supposed to be at the right time, and there's something very peaceful about that.
I hope that happens for me with YouTube, because I genuinely,
Brittany loves makeup and she's awesome at it.
Thanks.
That's
and
the
I
truth.
just really when I first started making YouTube videos, I was like, man, like, I'm gonna make 1 or 2 and then I'm gonna be over it. But like,
I'm not good at this.
Liked doing them. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I can tell that you enjoy it.
Yeah, I sit down and do my makeup almost every day anyway, so like, why not turn the camera on? But like, I love reviewing products. I love like trying stuff on for the first time on camera.
And it comes across, that passion comes across
good.
On in your videos, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, doing something you're passionate about. And to be honest, it's a total blessing, because not a lot of people are in a situation where they have found something that can pay their bills, that they are passionate about.
I mean, I'm not to the point yet where it pays my bills. I still
but the fact that you're working toward, you know, that you're still getting that fix in your life, I think it's really important to have that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep.
I love her channel. I'm about it. I'll pay her to just keep making them, because I like to watch them.
Yeah.
Because listen, I love beauty products. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really do. I like to spend money on them mostly, is what I like to do. But yeah, like, the thing that I'm not good at, like, it's really weird to me, and it kind of makes me mad, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with you, okay? I'm a really creative, like, artsy kind of person, like crafty. That's the right word. Like, I love crafts. Crafts are my jam. They're my jam.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should be good at doing makeup, okay? Because I really like it.
It's kind of funny that you say that, because I feel like a lot of people that are really good at makeup are like very like good at like drawing or really good at
and I'm not good at drawing.
I'm not either.
Because I don't have any patience is why.
Yeah.
I'm good at things that like can be a little messier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That aren't so precise. I'm not good at all at things that are need to be precise. I'm not. You know, like the rule, like measure twice, cut once. Like I have to live by that because I just want to dive right in, and then before you know it, oh no, I've ruined the material or the wood or whatever. Not like I'm really doing home improvement projects. Let's be real, but you know, just trying to keep it relatable.
I just jabbed this eye.
Okay, what's the next step, Britt?
Oh, we're just rambling. Go in with I feel like I'm being put on the spot.
I feel like that I'm gonna not even do it the right way anyway.
It's okay.
But
Go in with this and take the Sagittarius.
Okay.
And put it
That's awful dark. I'm afraid I'm gonna mess this up.
Or you can do the Virgo.
Okay.
And put it on the outer part of your eye.
Okay.
And then blend it, like, literally, like, stamp it. Like, let me show you. See. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay. I can do that.
Stamp it here. You feel where I'm putting it?
Yeah.
And then blend it up into your crease just a little bit.
Okay. And the thing is, too, like, with makeup, like with eyeshadow specifically, I like really, I want to be so into it. I love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I never make anything match on both eyes. I'm so bad at that.
But the thing you have to keep in mind too is that your face isn't perfectly symmetrical, so it's gonna look a little off, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like your eyebrows are not twins, they're sisters. Yeah. I know.
And your eyes aren't, like my eyes aren't shaped the same size.
Yeah.
So just like, see how it's a little bit smoky there?
Yeah, I like it.
That's what you just see on the other side. You might want to blend, like if I were you, I would go back in with this brush and blend that a little bit more.
Okay.
But
look at me learning, guys. This is why Brittany is the best at makeup. I'm a lot better with stuff that is, I don't know.
Now, I mean, honestly, though, I feel like makeup is one of those things where, like...
You rather have a knack for it or you don't?
Yeah, that, but also, too, like, I feel like you just have to really practice at it. Like, I didn't used to always be like this, as far as
there's hope?
Makeup.
There's hope for me?
There's hope.
What did you use?
The Virgo.
The Virgo, okay.
If I forgot to... Okay, I didn't talk about anything that I was...
I'm not a Virgo at all. I have no Virgo in my chart. Virgos, though, share my same planetary placement. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini.
Yeah. What does that mean?
So...
What is Taurus ruled by?
Venus.
Okay. What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's, you know... Anything like any types of like retrogrades, for example. Retrogrades, that's a great thing to talk about.
I don't know a lot about all that.
Okay, so currently we are in what's known as Mercury retrograde.
Okay.
So
I see, I follow a lot of...
And I'm legit like stuttering all the time. Like it's affecting me in the biggest way because I am Gemini. I have so many Gemini placements. And my Mercury placement is Gemini. How funny is that?
So if something is in retrograde, because your signs are in Mercury and Mercury is in retrograde,
yeah,
it means your signs specifically are targeted and what just
big
messes
time
you up?
It screws you up completely.
Oh.
And Mercury retrograde is like, here's the thing. So it messes with your communication because Mercury is all about that.
Yeah,
communication. It's the planet that affects communication, transportation, and travel.
Okay.
So what it does is it actually really heightens the intensity of that energy. So for me, it's like I'm like stuttering and like stumbling over my words. It happens every retrograde.
Huh.
Because it's like too much. It's too much. It's too much. And I'm noticing it. It makes me really mad. I've actually Googled. I've Googled how to like, what can I do? Help me.
Help.
I mean, like, I talk on YouTube for a living, and so I need to not be doing that, basically.
I feel like I stutter all the time, or like I don't even say what I mean to say.
Yeah, and that's Mercury retrograde. That is like, it's not a good time.
What if it happens to you all the time? Are you just screwed then?
You're screwed, yeah. I mean, like, bottom line, like, you're supposed to not be really trying to have any serious conversations during the retrograde.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Also, your technology really gets screwed up as well. A lot more, like, issues with technology, with your devices, like if your phone's having issues, retrograde.
What?
And you just had that phone issue.
Yeah,
there it is,
what
girl.
retrograde did we just come out of?
We're still in Mercury retrograde. It started at the beginning of July and it does not end until July 31st.
My phone was so screwed up.
Yeah. I've been having issues. I've been not getting emails, like not showing up from clients and things. Like things like that are really, really typical.
Good.
They're typical.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Fun fact.
That's cool. I didn't.
And again, you should never use something like this information as an excuse for something or whatever, but it is still really interesting to know. It kind of confirms, like, oh, I'm not going crazy, you know?
Yeah. See, that's what I need. I need validation that I'm not crazy.
Validation, that's a perfect word for that. Me personally is kind of what I use these tools for.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
Like tarot readers have mixed emotions about reading for themselves, for example. And I love to read for myself because, you know, I go in.
Like, do you ever read for yourself and then get so, like, upset by the outcome?
No, I like, well, yeah, like it may upset me, but I'm like, okay, you know?
Right, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And go on with it. And it has been such an accurate tool for me. Like, that's how I got into it, you know, was using it for myself.
Yeah.
And, yeah, obviously, like, tarot is a bit more involved. I mean, there's 78 cards of the tarot, and you have to...
See, that sounds like too much work.
You have to study it and understand. Look at me stuttering, see?
Yeah.
It happens.
That's crazy.
I hate this retrograde. I hate it. I'm ready for it to be done.
I look like I'm about to go to a music festival with this eyeshadow.
You kind of do. I like it. It's cute. See, I could never do something this intense because I'd have it all over my face. Because then I just get too happy with the brush and then it's all blended together. That's always what happens. Same thing with like the contouring. I try so hard.
We're going to learn contouring today.
Yes. I need it.
For your nose?
Yeah, I want it to be smaller.
I don't contour my nose that often. I mainly just put bronzer on it so it looks like the sun has just hit me.
Like you're a sun-kissed goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need help in general. I mean, that's what Brittany is good for. So if you guys ever need help with your makeup, if you don't know what to do, you should hit Brittany up.
That's a good time to talk about that. So, okay, idea, which I've had this idea since before I even started my YouTube channel, but...
True story.
Yeah. But I wanted to have, like, content out there. That way you could kind of, like...
Get to know Brittany and what she's about.
Me, see the product before you buy, I guess. But...
Uh-oh.
So...
I won't knock the chair over.
I think the hardest thing, which I kind of talked about this before on my channel, and I do want to say in one video that I don't think every YouTuber is, like, in it for the money, or, like, money hungry, or is lying to you, or because there's a lot of YouTubers I watch that I don't think that about, like Raw Beauty Christie, Bailey Sarian. We've talked about.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know any of these people if it wasn't for her, and now I love them.
But I do think that there are, like, you just have to be careful, like, because it is their job. They're getting paid to do it sometimes.
Trust your intuition.
Yeah. There we go, tying all the
You're gonna know if you get a bad feeling, a gut feeling.
Right. And sometimes they're good about making you think, you know, a product is good or something really worked for them when it actually didn't. So I really just, like, I want my channel to be as transparent as possible is what I'm trying to get at.
And I really appreciate the channels that do that, like, in general.
Yeah. Right. By no means is, like, YouTube, like, our YouTubers bad or anything like that. Because obviously, like, I would call myself
both of us, yeah.
Right? But you just have to be careful.
But just know there are YouTubers out there that are like, really, integrity is a big deal to you. Like, integrity is huge for me.
Yeah, same.
I have people that want me to do a reading for them once a week, and I feel like that would be a low integrity move to take their money once a week. So I have a policy, like, I have to have a 30-day window in between the readings. And so, that's just my own personal belief. I feel like there needs to be some space. There needs to be time for things to develop, you know, for something to actually develop and happen.
The reading could be pretty similar if you
got it.
Soon, right?
And I feel like that, furthermore, it could actually be counterproductive.
Yeah.
And I also don't feel that you should be so focused on having
a reading,
controlling the situation or needing to get a clear answer to the point where
you're getting a reading every
I don't feel like that's healthy. And so
see that part about it freaks me out is someone who puts so much faith into it like that.
Yeah, well,
which, like, believe what you want to believe.
For sure.
Like,
I will tell you 9 times out of 10 though, like the feedback I get is thank you for confirming what I already thought and what I already know.
Yeah.
And like
some people just need that.
They do, and validation that's a pretty human, you know, need thing, you know. So I love getting that feedback specifically.
Yeah.
And then I go into my big spiel about always trust your intuition. You're a very, you know, you're an intuitive person. Everybody is. Like,
some people just don't listen to it compared to others.
Some people really suppress it, you know.
Yeah.
But there are ways to work on trusting your intuition more.
Yeah. So, like, circling back to what I was saying.
Sorry. Oh.
No, it's okay. I want to, so watching YouTube, I feel like a product that works for me isn't going to work for someone else. The way I contour my face isn't going to be the way April's going to contour her face. The way that I apply eyeshadow isn't going to be good for April or for any of you, because everybody has different face shapes, everybody has different preferences, everybody's skin is different. So
there's so many factors.
There's a lot of factors that go into it. And
just what your desired outcome is, you know, as well.
And I don't really have, I don't have any training. I didn't go to, beauty school or cosmetology, even though, it's on my list to do so. But, so, you know, obviously...
Did you say it's on your list to do?
Yeah.
I love that. I think that you would love going.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would really enjoy it. But I want to start offering something else outside of YouTube. I want you guys to be able to email me, however I set it up, and be like, hey, you know, I have really dry skin. I want something that's going to last throughout my work week. I want it to be a dewy finish, medium coverage. What do you suggest for me? Or I want you to teach me how to contour. Or how
or I want to make my nose look smaller. Yeah. I like medium coverage.
Uh-huh.
I need it to be semi-low maintenance, you know.
Right.
Those are my needs or preferences.
Yeah.
So then,
and I want to be able to offer a service where you guys can ask me for that, and we can do a video chat, we can FaceTime. If you want me, just send you an email. That way, you have a curated routine or a curated.
If you're anything like me, and you're just I love buying all this stuff, but what do I do with it?
Yeah, that's kind of why I even started YouTube, started watching YouTube to begin with, is because I had no idea, I knew that I loved makeup and I wanted to get into it, but I didn't really know how to use it. Or, you know, just for someone who, works 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they need a good, reliable product.
In a good daily routine.
Yeah, to use every day. I want to be able to get you set up with that. I mean, obviously, you have to take it for what it's worth, and I can't try out all the products, so I'm just giving you a suggestion based off of what I use, but it's going to be curated for you.
Yeah, and I think too, it's just, and also them just knowing how to just put it all on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
Right, like a how-to, which that we could make, that would be personalized too. It would be me and you talking, just us two, so that I can completely personalize it. I can buy the product itself too, so that I can also be applying it.
I love this. I'm in. I'm buying it. Purchased.
But if it's something you guys want me to get set up, let me know. I've actually been talking with someone about making a website. I just haven't heard. I just need to find out what goes into it, basically.
Girl, I got you.
Okay. With the best.
I mean, I set mine up, you know, for my business. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna have Jason.
Probably want to go with him.
Yeah.
And not me, but that's okay. I mean, I'm really super proud of mine, though, you know.
Yours does look really good. I visited it.
I mean, it's very basic, but it does what it needs to do. It's functional.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want me to get that set up because you're interested in it, let me know.
Which you do.
What I'm trying to get.
You want it.
What I'm trying to get at. Okay.
I mean, I know I do.
Bronzer.
What?
You want to go in with bronzer?
Sure.
Okay, here. This is where we're wanting the contour.
Okay.
So this is where the makeup really comes in because at this point we've just been talking.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so go in with this side.
Okay.
April's taking the Jouer bronzer duo, and it's like the lightest shade. And go like this. Okay, you see at the top of your ear how your cheekbone is outlined right there? You're going to start at the very top of your ear and bring the contour, the bronzer down. So, like, let me show you. Let me take the brush. I'm going to show you once. So, dip it in here, do that again. So, you're going to start here, because this is where you want your contour to be the deepest. And bring it down. Which, depending on if you wanted your cheeks to be rounder and have more, like, plumpness.
I probably want to minimize, I don't need any help in that department, the plump department.
So you just want to keep the contour then right in this line. So basically you're going to start at the top of your ear and you're going to blend it down towards the corner of your mouth.
Okay.
And if you don't want to try and drag it down too much, you don't want to try and drag it up too high.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I contour my forehead too, but it's whatever you want.
Yeah, girl, I need all of it. All the contour. All the contour.
My forehead is, I have a 5 head.
Oh, you don't.
Thanks, but I do. I literally can fit my hand to my forehead.
Dude, can I do a recommendation of a product?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so there's these little tiny, like, Band-Aid looking things, and they, like, get rid of your pimples.
Acne things.
Yeah, they're called, like, what are they called? Peace Revolution or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's from Sephora, and they come in a little box, and there's basically, like, 2 clear sheets in there, like, with just all these little Band-Aid looking circles, and they're, like, this big. Basically, you can just apply them right to your face, like if you have a breakout.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you that these things work.
Yeah, I think you told me about
They're
them,
amazing.
actually.
And you can actually, like, if you just need to run errands or something, let's say you've got just, like, for me, like, I don't really get, like, acne. I just get, like, pimples. Pimple here, pimple there.
Yeah.
Or just, like, tiny pimples.
Yeah.
And that's probably because I'm not exfoliating enough. Let's be clear.
Are you
one
one of those people that uses baby wipes on your face?
No, dude. I use makeup wipes.
Oh, okay.
The Neutrogena ones or whatever. But let's be real. I usually, like, 5 out of 7 days, I'm not probably at night, like, really using my Clarisonic and, like, washing my face. I'm using that makeup wipe, and that's all I'm using.
Yeah.
So I don't really have super acne prone skin is what I'm getting at. You know, it's usually a pimple here or there.
Yeah.
But these puppies work.
Really?
And what I was going to say is, like, let's say you have one, you still need to go run errands. You can put one of these things on, and it really blends in with your skin.
Really?
I do it all the time.
What?
Like, it's not even that noticeable that it's on. Now, I wouldn't, like, you can't, like, put makeup over it or anything. Like, people are going to be able to see it, but...
This is so patchy. Look at that.
Girl, I feel like that all of it just, like, blends in my face by the time I'm done with it when I normally do it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like a sticky brush. Let me see.
Oh, no, not now. I mean, normally.
Oh, okay.
Does this look like I did it wrong?
Let me see. Yeah, it looks good. I think that with your, like, I don't think you want it to be too intense on your.
Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Probably not. Okay, so what else do I do?
Okay, so do you want to contour your forehead?
Yes.
Okay, so I put on mine to make it like.
That's the thing that I don't understand. And so if this is you as well out there, guys, you're like, okay, I understand that contouring is going to accentuate certain things or whatever, but you're like, well, what?
Where do you put it?
What? Yeah.
Yeah. So the bronzer itself is supposed to make a shadow to make, and then whatever you don't contour.
I know, like, highlight goes here.
Yeah. So whatever you don't contour, basically light is going to be attracted to that place, so it's going to stand out more. So
Science.
That's why you put darker. You put the darker shade where you want, like, you want this to be sunken in.
Right.
So your cheekbones stick out more. So you put contour there.
Yes.
You want this to be sunken in so that your forehead appears smaller. So you're going to, on the sides of your forehead. And then if you wanted your forehead to be smaller this way,
yeah,
you would want to apply some in the middle. But you want to make sure that you drag it back to your hairline.
Yeah.
That way,
it blends in. Yeah, no, for sure.
which I guess is hard to do when you're wearing a bun because I didn't do that.
All right, guys. Look at making progress.
Yeah.
My hair is outrageous. So, guys, it's like really humid here and like raining. And look at this.
The weather is a mess. That's why my hair, no.
I can't.
My
really
curly
can't.
hair cannot handle this weather.
Mine definitely can't.
That's good.
I just keep messing with it.
Yeah.
And it makes it
the waves didn't look good.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, are you ready for blush then?
I'm ready.
Do you wear blush pretty often?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna use. I'm so stoked to use these.
I'm stoked too because she had these in another one of her vids. You should check it
Yeah,
out if you
okay.
haven't.
Yeah. So these are the ColourPop Kathleen Lights blushes that I hauled in a recent video.
And they all have like super cool like
they have like
astrology like planets and stuff theme.
I hate they put the name on the bottom of the actual pan.
Oh, that's
lame.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
So
yeah, they have like one of them's like retrograde something, isn't it?
yeah, it's so retrograde.
Yeah. Sun and or moon and stars or sun and stars or something.
Okay, so this one is Lunar Has It. This is probably like the most boring one.
Which is such a cute name.
It is cute.
I'm sure Adele will be picking that one up. Rumor has it. But
Bad joke.
I'm sure she got a free one.
Yeah.
I love Adele. She's my girl.
This one is so retrograde. This is basically like a shimmery orange. Like
it's really pretty. It's really unique, I feel.
Yeah, I think so too. I used I think I've used Lunar Has It, this one, and I Need Space. And then I think So Retrograde I've used so far. This one's really pretty.
Ooh, I love that.
I'm gonna use this one today. And then this one is My Sun and Stars, which is just like the corally pink one. Which one do you want to use?
I mean, I need your consultation here. Guys, this is a preview of what you will get whenever you go ahead and let Brittany hook you up.
Yeah.
She's going to give me her expert recommendation.
Okay. So your eyeshadow is kind of natural. So I'd probably stick with something, well, I guess since your eyeshadow is kind of natural, you could go with something a little bit more intense. These have shimmer in them. So if you have any texture on your cheeks, they're probably going to...
I don't know. Do I have texture on my cheeks?
No, not really.
Okay.
Let's go in then with this So Retrograde. This orangey one I think would be pretty. So when I apply these are like really pigmented and they have a lot of shimmer in them. So use a brush that has like give to it. Like this one, it has like the bristles are longer. Like it's not stiff. Words are hard. Tap it off and don't dunk into it a lot. Because it's better, with blush, it's better to build it up instead of going in all at once. Because then if you have to blend it out, it can just look really bad. So
just like paint or anything, you know. I mean, you can always add more, but you can't really take away.
Yeah.
Especially if you've already done a whole bunch of work on your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the thing that happens to me, guys. Okay, I'll ruin it by putting them on.
So usually when I put blush on, I smile, and then I don't want my blush to be just like a splotch on my cheek. So I swipe it back towards my cheekbone, but you want it to be on top of your bronzer.
Okay.
Like above, kind of.
Okay.
So smile for me. So her contour is right here, is where we applied it. So you don't want your blush right on it because you're just applying a blush where your contour is. You want it to be up a little bit, and you want it to kind of hit naturally where the sun would hit if you got sunburnt.
Sun kiss.
So it needs to be on the apple of your cheek, and then you're just going to bring it back to... your ear. Is it feel weird?
I feel like the Joker.
So I think it like that. I think alone looks really pretty.
Ooh, I like it.
But you can't a lot of blush is a look. Okay, I feel like if you do it the right way, if you do it tastefully, you can put a lot of blush on and it'll look really pretty. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on.
Please do.
Okay.
I wish that I could just have Brittany with me every day to go ahead and get my makeup done.
Okay, so that's what it looks like.
Ooh, I really like it. We just go ahead and do my other cheeks. I don't mess it up. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, guys, not super confident in my own skills.
It's fine.
Not yet. You're so right. So quiet.
Yeah.
We were talking about before we were trying to decide. if she would do my makeup or if we were going to trust me to do my own on here, you know?
I wanted to do your makeup, but I felt like it was just like I wouldn't be able to talk and do it at the same time.
Yeah, no, and I never really thought like I might need to just kind of stay still and not be and guys, I'm a very expressive talker. I move around a lot.
Yeah.
I use a lot of
I usually am like that too, but like I said, it's so weird just like being in a room by yourself. Like I feel like in some of my videos I sound almost monotone.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I just think it's hard. So what we're saying is have love for people that make YouTube videos because it's a little more difficult.
More that goes into it than you think.
There definitely is. And you know, especially for like creative things like this, you know, like doing makeup, like there's more editing and things like that involved with it.
Which I'm still trying to get the hang of that.
Well, my videos I don't edit. Like I record them on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing I do is I open them up into iMovie so I can make them like a smaller, lower resolution before I upload them to YouTube.
Yeah.
And maybe like I will cut off like the first like 10 seconds or last of when I'm shutting my camera off.
Yeah.
And that's all that it requires for me. But Brittany has a little bit more that goes into it. So
which the editing part I still That's might be my downfall.
No. I mean, I think you do a great job, you know, but again, like I'm just saying, there is a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. It's definitely harder. The editing part is something that I didn't realize how much would go into it. Well, I mean, really just like the whole thing in general, but that specifically when I started trying to edit, I was like, oh my God.
And it's not necessarily like the thing you're passionate about doing.
Right.
It's one thing to record the video, you're doing something you love, like that's what made you start.
Yep.
But you're not really into, you know,
editing.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
No, you're fine.
I'm going to use the ColourPop Zodiac one. So this is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter. This is in the shade On the Cusp.
Like her husband.
Yeah.
On the cusp.
Okay, I'm going to put this on your Cupid's bow.
I don't know what face to make. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I love when Brittany does my makeup. And I need to film some YouTube videos tonight, so.
Oh, there you go.
Love it. I'll already be ready. Brittany's puppy is over here snoring, breathing really. He's adorable. He's this little pug.
Poor baby.
So cute.
He's a hard knock life.
He needs some breathe right breathing strips.
Yeah.
It always cracks me up that pugs have that. Do you snore?
No.
I don't either.
Do you? I don't either.
I mean, but how do you really know if you do or not?
Matt tells me that I talk in my sleep. And he says it's like scary sometimes.
I talk in my sleep as well.
Like I have like full on conversations. My sisters have told me that I also like at one point when I was younger they said I like sat up straight in my sleep and was talking, and then another time they said that I tried to get up and was still asleep.
So my brother, fun fact, my little brother used to sleepwalk, and he would just go and like pee places. Like he would go pee in a plant or in the trash can.
Oh my God.
He would try to keep it to like containers, just ones that weren't toilets.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like really small, so it was still fairly cute.
Yeah.
It wasn't weird quite yet. He was in the appropriate age range, but yeah, he grew out of it, thank God.
Okay, do you want anything on your lips?
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna give you the ColourPop Ariel.
I have this.
Yeah?
I left a comment on one of your...
I saw that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I really enjoy it.
Do you line your lips before you put lip liner?
I literally do not own... I don't own a lip liner.
Okay.
Is that mortifying to you? Probably based on the number of lip liners that she owns.
I think I want to... Okay, try that one.
Okay.
Have you ever lined your lips?
I mean, I'm sure I can figure it out.
Okay. I want to go.
Like, I literally own none. Actually, I think I have a couple that Brittany gave me, like when she de-stashed. Which actually, I think about a quarter of or a third of the makeup I own is from Brittany de-stashing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I love all of it.
I hate this part because you can't talk. Like,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, exactly. There's really not. Sorry, guys, if we're boring.
I feel that way all the time. I feel like I always need to be apologizing for being boring.
And you know what? You shouldn't apologize. I shouldn't either.
Thanks. Yeah.
No apologies. I'm just teasing.
Everybody,
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to empower you guys out there. Okay, I'm not. In general, I just mean, you know, whatever that girl's name, you know, that wrote those books, like "Girl, Wash Your Face," "Girl, Stop Apologizing."
Oh yeah. I tried
Isn't
to
one of them
listen
called
to
that?
the "Girl Wash Your Face" one, and I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people who like is always the person who gives advice but never takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm that person 100%.
Yeah.
You know, though, I'll tell you. Lately, I've been doing a lot better about that because I obviously do advise people often on like how to handle their own situations in the romance department when I read tarot. And I've been thinking a lot lately about that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so comfortable telling
other people what to do.
Yeah, like, and telling them to really like step up and, you know, take control of their own happiness in their own life or whatever, you know, things like that. And I'm like, oh, wait, why am I not doing that?
Yeah.
So
I think it's easy to do.
Oh, it's super easy. It's super easy.
Way too dark.
Oh my goodness, it's very dark.
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
Good.
I chose the wrong one.
It's okay. She can mix it up and make it much better. Guys, I love that I love this Ariel lipstick because I love Ariel.
You do love Ariel.
Sorry. I feel like I have to just talk. Just to talk. It's Gemini.
Oh, this is not turning out the way I wanted it to.
Does this look good? So apparently I need to really purchase some lip liners.
Makeup Forever makes good ones.
I like Makeup Forever.
They've been on my list for a while.
What I buy more of in the beauty department is I buy a lot of hair care products.
Yeah, that's what you buy the most of?
Yeah, and I like to buy like skincare products.
See, that's what I need to buy more of.
And it's just, you know, I'm like buying palettes and stuff. Like eyeshadow just intimidates me a lot. You know, like it's just like I stick with just I love mascara. That's like a non-negotiable for me.
Yeah.
So I can wear like no eyeshadow, but I have to have mascara. Yeah. And I like bronzer.
I guess I should put mascara on.
I love mascara.
What's your fave?
Dior Show, Iconic.
Oh yeah.
Look at me, I'm trying to be like Brittany. Put my hand up here.
Right now, I'm using the Benefit. I have lipstick all over my teeth. I'm using the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. It's really good.
Bad Gal Bang.
I know, it sounds like a superhero.
It does. I feel like I definitely need to own more makeup brushes. But I really feel like I always buy the wrong one, so.
I can help with that.
Yeah, I also feel like I just buy ones that are really pretty.
Yeah.
And are perhaps not going to provide the function that I need them to provide.
I feel like makeup brushes, I mean, honestly, makeup in general, like, okay, eyeshadow palettes, I feel like for the most part, if they're easy to recommend because most likely if they work for you, they're going to work for someone else.
Right.
Maybe not always, but most of the time. But I feel like mascara, complexion products, stuff like that stuff can be like so...
It's so
unique.
like based on like how long your lashes are or, you know, how thick they are.
Right.
What you're looking for, you know?
even like lipstick, like you would think that would be something that wouldn't be too bad, but like everyone has different undertones in their skin, likes a different finish,
likes it to feel a different way, maybe.
One color that looks a certain way on me can look completely different on someone else.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's a lot of moving parts for sure. There really is. Which is why it's important, you know, like maybe don't always take someone's word for it, you know, and try it out for yourself. But I think what's cool is you can find someone that you start to realize, okay, this person's on point. Like, they really didn't love this, and I bought it, and I also didn't love it.
Yeah.
You know, and then when they recommend stuff, and they're all about it, you find you love it.
Like it too.
Yeah, and so I love that.
Yeah.
And then it's like your squad, you know?
Right.
You find your squad if you're a beauty YouTuber.
Love that.
And, you know, it's no different. It's the same with tarot.
Yeah.
Like, if your energy is, you know, you're finding you're resonating with, like, a tarot reader on YouTube, like, it's likely, like, if you have really, really resonated with, like, a few of their messages, you're going to keep resonating with them. Right. And because, like, I have a channel and I'm super into it, I watch way more readings than I should. Because for me, it's just like, I enjoy it, you know? Yeah. But it's, you know, I can attest to that. And there are actually readers that I watch that I never resonate with just because I love them.
Yeah.
And I'm just interested, you know. It's also a good way to learn just like how they see like the messages that come through on certain cards or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers I watch that for the most part, if they recommend a product, I can't use because we don't have the same like skin type. But I just keep watching them because I love their personality.
That's exactly what it is. That's every time. It's like you just love their personality. Yeah. So
I think that's it.
We killed it.
Yeah, this video's at an hour long.
So if you've made it to this portion of the video, thank you.
Yeah, maybe like leave a comment down below letting me know. All 4 of you. 5 now.
Yes. We can't leave you out, new subscriber.
Right. You're part of the fam. Okay, but that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming. I think we are eventually gonna put up a video on April's channel. I don't know.
We are definitely
today, but
we're going to put it up, and I can't wait.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Hit Brittany up if you're interested in her giving you some recommendations.
Yeah, leave me a comment. I don't know when it's going to be as far as the website coming. So if it's something you're interested in right now, put a comment down below and I'll shoot you my email. So you can shoot me an email or however I decide to go about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We should have some more coming soon, or I mean, April will have more coming soon, too.
She'll link me below.
Yeah, she'll be linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.